Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray and today we continue into level 2 Megabase, where we finally, after a few episodes, is going to start a bit of science. So let's just start by getting some more worker robot cargo size. I think that will be a rather good thing to just get going. It will take quite a while until it's done with our current setup, but yeah, that is what we're going for. Looking at a map, we are pulling in resources from so many places. Very, very good to see. And it looks like nothing is really backing up anywhere right now. But we'll have to keep an eye on if any of these will not be able to support the amount of robots we are moving in. Like here will probably be an issue, but it looks like it is starting to solve itself. So for today's episode, other than we started science, we'll again look at some of our bottlenecks. We'll have to keep an eye on our power, how it looks when everything's running, and then we'll have to fix a bit in terms of our satellite production. Right now we have it right here in the base, but yeah, as you can see, rocket fuel is in a bit of a dire state. That is because the only place we have it producing is right here, and that is producing very, very slowly. So what I want to do pretty much here is do some kind of beacon setup. Was thinking that we could do what we're doing at, what's it called, a factories right here, and pretty much just steal the setup. Of course, without these just having a different output, so putting them right next to each other. So let's try and design that, having one of you, and then we don't really have to do it much more complicated than that. Rockets and solids. If we then have something going in between, we'll have some pipes running up top here, and then we'll just have to get it out somehow. We could do undergrounds. Will that be able to solve what we want? If we do that, just needs oil and solid fuel. What if we then do a passive provider over here? Let's see how we do it the correct place so we can move things around. Because we just want things to move like this. So what we could do is we'll have to output it somewhere good, because we also want to make room for our beacons. That will have to be on both sides. Because if we have them down here, we'll have to give them this much room up top. Let's just mark it out so we can see. And this is pretty much the room we have to build with. So in one of these, we will have to have an output chest. We could do something like this, doing a bit of finicky things like that. Then doing it from, so doing pretty much something like this. I know we did it before, but what if we do that? Wouldn't that work to power both of them? Is that what we did down here? And not quite. Oh yeah, it is pretty much what we did. We could have done it a bit better, but I think that will work, because then we just need to jump it. If you take this part here and jump it just like that. Actually a way better setup than we did the other place, doing the outputs right here. Yeah, that is actually not a bad setup. Limit you and limit you. To make room for our beacons, it'll make room for this one. So we can pretty much do right here with the input. Something like right there. And then we can pretty much just expand this down. We have the oil flowing in. Oh, we have to move it up 1. Or just keep it here and move it up like this. There. Oh, that also gives the oil to this one as needed, because it will pretty much copy paste like that. So what if we do this as our current setup? Of course, we will need to add in some power. Could we do it with substations? Oh, look at that. Let's dismantle this and set up this one. It's way more compact than this, still direct insertion, and things looking good. So you can go away. And let's just look at this beauty. Speed should be the correct one. Or a bit differently, but it should work, hopefully. Let's see, giving it here and here. Then that. And what about this setup? Let's just try and expand this out one more so you can see how it looks. Could actually skip an underground at the top, it seems, on every second one. So in theory we could, we could skip this one and just let it go like that. And then continue over. Pretty much doing what we are doing here, or almost at least. And will this give it enough room for power? Oh, we can't do that because we need the red out. So it was correct that we had to do that. And let's see, we might just have to switch it up so it doesn't go like this. You can go away. We want it to go the same way as this one. So if we take that part, or actually just take this part and place it down on top, that should give us the setup we want. Maybe one more over here. I think we can fit that in, and then remove that part. That means we can add in right here. Why does it look like we have more room here? Oh yeah, this jumps one closer. But add it in right here and right there. And let's just copy this part somewhere else. We can't start from the bottom to make sure we have enough room. Let's take all of this just to mark out the first one. And if we do it all the way to the side, that should be fine. We'll just add one in for each of them, or jump it up to the top one, or the one above. We can do like this and give this one room, so we can move this one out to right here. And then we should be able to jump in the things we need. Let's see. Let's get the rest of this one just hooked up a bit. Here, can we fit in the last part we need? Or will it just stop right here? Let's just do that part. That will fit in nicely like that. And there we are. Something like that should be good. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many did we fit in over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So pretty much the same setup, just with undergrounds instead of the other ones. Do like the setup. That should mean that if we take, let's see, do we still have the blueprint of it? We don't have one that's beaconed. So let's just steal the one we have right here and line these up nicely. I think. How will this look? That should be fine. Something like this to make ourselves a ton of solid fuel. Hopefully way more than we need. how will this fit going up this way? Right here and there. Let's just deconstruct all of you, please. Let's take this part to there and can't fit in one more. We could add some kind of production in, though not fully beaconed. And that is actually fine. There we are. Now let's skip the top one, just to save a bit on that, and then move you up until the middle of this one. Being, let's see, that lines up with that one. What is this? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think somewhere around here will be good in terms of having it in the middle. And let's try right there. Or we have to move it 1 to the right. Teams, please come to me. Oh, little robots. That's just to make room for... there we are. To make room for this one. And then you can get moved up into the middle. Right here. And then do a pipe. Wait, before we do that, let's add in a productivity. And the last one down here. That is now fully productivity moduled. That means we can start to hook up our pipes. Right here, 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 and here. And then take undergrounds to go from a few areas. And then we'll see if this applies enough to support it all. Only uses 10. All of these are working. We did limit the chests, so that is good. So is this outputting a lot more than we were before? That should be the case. But at least all of it is running. How are you looking? Are you filling up the pipes? Doesn't look... oh, maybe. It looks like it can keep up. Don't want to add speed to it if it's not necessary. This one is filling up nicely. So as soon as this backs up, we should start to see the pipes backing up as well. That seems to be the case. So there we are. What kind of production are we getting out of our rocket fuel now? So we're producing 500. It should hopefully go above that. Oh, because some of it is also going for the rocket launches. That's not going at the moment over here. Since we were missing... what's it called? Rocket fuel for our silos. Not silos, for our satellites. So let's just see if it gets enough now. If we look up here. It is getting things in a lot quicker. Delivering 50. Might want to deliver it a bit faster. So just... oh, we have double chests on it, but still. Please go with 100. Here and here. And then we should have this one running non-stop. Produces one every 5 seconds, and we need about 4 minutes. So this should be more than fast enough, even though it is a bit slower here. Then this should produce everything we need in terms of this. Let's just back it up to 4. So at least now we have a minute of production stored at a time. Minute plus 1, to be honest. Plus 1 rocket, or 1 satellite, that is. So now all of that is running. Now it's just a case of expanding out our base to support whatever it is we want to do. Because if you look at our consumption, we are steadily here at the 700 something mark. That should be the limit of this one. So if I double this, a lot of this will start to lag, and then we'll see where we have the problems in our base. Some of it's probably going to be here, but yeah, we'll see how we will do this correctly. These only needs one more. So we could just expand this out to the next tier. But the one that's going to take the most room is going to be our purple science. So you could just add in one more for now to get that running. So please just add in a second one right here. Go, go. Don't have any what's called, oh, we do have a buffer chest requesting items in. Is requesting fast enough? I'll count that as that's not the case. So can we just increase you a bit? Oh, let's say 3,000 and 3,000. We have. Hopefully that can store it fast enough then. And let's just take that buffer chest over here as well. There we are. That's hopefully gonna deliver it so fast that we don't have to worry about it. Though that does still seem to be the case. Here's some more stone for you as well. Hopefully our chest can support this. This will give us 3 rows of steel. That will give us a row and a half of that, so that won't support it. So that means we'll just have to do a second one for some of the other things if we don't want it to back up, that is. So let's just move steel to a secondary chest. You can just do an entire chest full, and then we'll remove steel from this one. And then we will take you. Oh wait, yeah, let's take you over here. Adding in another steel one and removing it from that one. That is hopefully gonna supply enough. Seems like this might have been enough anyway. But yeah, then we're sure that we have enough steel stored right here. Things are charging, things are being consumed. So that should have doubled our science production. Should we increase the consumption? Pretty much adding in a second one of these. I'm saying no right now, unless we have, what's it called? The modules we need, and those are lacking. So we'll have to wait for a modules to get done, since that is also something I want to make sure we have before we do anything else. So what is at the moment going down? Nothing except these, which are needed in this one. Slowly getting delivered. Let's just help it out, since I know I have some on me, and I don't want to spend too much crafting things that is not being used. Oh, you are missed. Oh, you can't fit in all of them. Then again, we are doing full belts, so it's not going to help us that much anyway. Let's do it up here as well. So there we are. That is producing. This is moving as fast as it can. Unfortunately, not fast enough. So is everything keeping up here? Red circuits is barely keeping up with our production. Might be used somewhere else, that's why. But yeah, hopefully this is good. How much are we consuming from around the world? Not that much anymore. Seems like we have it somewhat under control. So should we start to cover up some of this water? I think that would be a rather wise idea. There we go. Now we just need the robots to deliver the things so we can put down the new roboports. Yeah, we'll just give it something to do. At least the rest is slowly building up, giving us a nice storage of most of the things we need. Except the plastic, that is always lacking. But that might just be because of this one not producing fast enough. Let's see here, I was looking for that one. Second plastic production seems to be the way forward, though I don't know if our system can handle it. We will find out in a minute though. Please take you, please make you right there. How much plastic are we producing? Consistent 17k. Let's just mark you as a 17k factory. 17k per minute of plastic. That means we'll get another 17k up here, which is quite good. And hopefully that'll produce enough, and then we'll probably run into some issues with all the things down here, though that is also full. This is filling up nicely as well, so yeah, we need this to activate. In terms of power, still no issues whatsoever, and that means as long as we're not putting down more power and we don't have this one running, consuming copious amounts of resources, then our power supply is quite good. We are steadily at, what is that going to be? 21, almost 22 Gs. And that should hopefully be enough to run our factory for a long time. So we'll wait with expanding again until we have these. We are producing at a pace called 19 per minute, 18, 19 per minute, and look how steady our production is. Oh, that is so nice to see. Steadily producing 111 iron ore that's being consumed. 80k plates. Wow. That looks rather insane. But luckily, it is so easy to expand out our base that I can't see any issues getting this running. In terms of storage, what we did by putting it into these actually added an insane amount of storage. Probably a bit more than we need, but now that it's there, it's good. I'm not complaining. So everything is just keeping up so nicely at the moment. Except plastic, which will get sorted very soon, because our advanced circuits is still keeping up anyway. But we are building our new production, and that is good. Next thing is pretty much expanding this one out. Could do all of them except the chest for now, just to get it down and set up. So please remove that and just add you in down here. When this starts to work, we'll start to consume more than 1k science per minute. All of our productions can keep up except our rocket silos. So should we just add in one more to get, or we'll wait until we have things stored, because that will add our capacity to 1k science per minute by filling this one up. And rockets are launching left, right and center. Ooh, a double launch. Almost at the same time. Can we follow them up at the same time then? Oh, look at that. Oh, so close. So we are producing a ton of things, and our science are going up at a nice pace. I'm debating if I should just expand the power a bit more in case it's needed. But I'll rather just check that our robot highway have enough of charging. It does. But then again, they are not moving out that far anymore. Or not yet, at least. So should we just do what we talked about a few times, expanding out to more areas to make sure we have it covered? There's this one. Because the worst thing that could happen is us running out of resources. That would be very bad. But luckily, let's just get this one stored as well. There we are, and one this way. Seems to fit in perfectly there. That's that patch covered. Let's continue down a bit more. Could add in a bit too close. I'll just stay with these normal ones and get solar further away. Because I want to be able to expand out and use this for more oil production if needed. More oil out here as well. There we go. We'll soon hit that area. A lot more here as well. Let's just get you covered in what we need. There we are. Tapping into more areas. Let's dismantle that part and that part. And add in this one. And right here, let's see what fits in there, and right there. That's covered. Things are still going around the correct way, giving us power to the rest over here. And then we can just go up a small amount here, getting close to this iron patch. Please go this way. And we can probably go around here and connect up a few things. Like right there. So that's a lot more things hooked up. Oh, there's one right here as well. I didn't hook up. Did we get the power around? We will very soon. And please disconnect that part. And let's just do this. The small amount of resources don't really care about, since we can always get it back by picking up the empty ones we have all over the map. And this will go around this way. It will connect up just there. It will connect up this way as well. So we can dismantle. Oh, no. Why are you looking like that? Why is everything doubled right here? That I do not like. Double. Let's just make sure that doesn't happen again. So all of you will be removed. It looks like that was all the things we had double. And let's get down a new one. There we are. That should remove all the double ones we have lined up. And then we can remove... Oh, that cut a ton of power. That will get in a minute. That one and that one. And this one will go up that way, so we could actually also remove that part. And then add in this part. And let's just skip with those. There we are. That is even more covered. Let's continue up this way. That's a nice copper patch that I very much want to grab. That would be so nice. But as I've said many times, it's not necessary to grab him yet. But for a future where I know we'll need it, let's just make sure we have it all hooked up. There. That is quite good. Let's just give these the last, what's called, productivity they need, so we can activate the research speed in them, just to consume even more resources at our base. That is done, that is done. So now we can do this. Let's just add that on top, adding in the requestages. How many rockets have launched? 281. Not too bad. Do all of them have satellites? They should. So we can just slowly let these launch. They're launching at pretty much perfect cycle now. Let's just look at our production. That's probably still limited by something. Oh, we probably have to go to 10 minutes to see it. Ah, 1.1k. Good. Space science right there. 400 per minute. We'll probably... Oh, we have them launching in sync. That's great. That's great. 600 should hit about 800 as soon as these are launching. Where did it go? Space science. It's gonna be 8, and then we're gonna hit our 7. And then we have the rest launching up to 800 right here. So that means we have our 800 minutes just like we planned out. And as soon as we hit 800, that'll be the end of this episode. And that gets us even closer to 1k science per minute, the first milestone. And so far, the base is running that quite easily. Seems we will have to fix that soon so they don't travel this way across. Let's just get down a few charging points, so we are ready for the coming episode where we will have to solve this anyway. So let's just do this quickly all the way across. To here, and look at that, they're taking a horrible trip, but it looks like they are getting all the iron and whatnot from out here. So let's hook up the rest of this. Just give this a bit of time to get done. And as I was saying, this will be the end of the episode with us just going crazy with expansion. And we also need all of this in the middle here. Wow, that's a ton of things we haven't hooked up. So, with this placed down, I will end the episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you'll give me a like, subscribe, and comment what you think about our current setup. I'm quite happy with the way we have done all of this so far. It's turning out better and better every minute. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you'll give me a like and subscribe, and then I will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.